Good stuff. Well, that was very insightful, and I love that. We touched about a lot of subjects, and every time I ask a question, I get an answer, and I want to ask more questions. So I'd love these interviews to be lasting forever. It's just super interesting to see how people make games and deliver games to us players. It's just fascinating. This is the time of the hot seat where I connect with a fellow content creator, that's how they call it these days, and today's the turn of Burke Black. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. It is connected. It is connected. So that's not a problem. We have no problem at all. We're gonna wait. In the meantime, I can either sing or dance or answer some questions. So if you have any question on the chat, I'll be happy to sort of try and answer them all. There's a lot happening behind the scenes of these things, as you can imagine. Just to write these cards take me usually half a day. So I'm fine. Are we good? Burke is here. Hey! Oh. Hello.
Hey,
how are you, Burke? How are you?
I'm doing great.
How's
sorted out now?
You were disconnected, but then back. That's fine. That's fine. It's all good that we sorted it out. Burke, your second time here with us. Super happy to see you again. What have you been playing lately?
Well, I did a subathon in September, so we managed to play a lot of games in there. And then going into October, I got like a week and then off to TwitchCon for like 11 days. So then I got back, and it's been like nonstop streaming since then. So in that time span, because a subathon is like you're constantly streaming every day, 34 days. I did play a lot of games. I picked out 3 real good ones for you, but I did jump into Star Trek Voyage Across the Universe. That was fantastic. That's going to be a good one. Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era. I played a little bit of that. That was really good. The Final Fantasy Tactics re-release. That was really good. Minos. Have you heard of Minos? It's like a labyrinth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Great game.
And Endless Legend 2. I did that one. But the 3 that I really want to talk to you about is the one that was on your screen, Menace. I'm really excited for Menace. The gameplay of Menace was a blast. It's brutal, dealing with the infantry and how difficult the game is. It's not a forgiving game. It does not hold your hand. It expects you to learn from trial and error. When we did the stream, I don't remember the last time I was ever like, I'm going to beat this level. I'm going to keep doing this until I beat this. I'm not going to stop until it's done. I see so many streamers that were just like, that's cool. I'm done. I'm like, no, I'm going to finish this. I am a gamer.
Yeah. I agree with you. I mean, this is a game that's very addictive. And it's also interesting that it doesn't over try on trying to sort of being sexy. It just plays super well. It's just incredibly entertaining.
The tutorial alone brutalizes you as a player. Like, get ready. This is what you're playing. This is going to be like an XCOM. What do they call that? Long War style game mode where it's like, it's not going to be kind to you. You better think about where you're putting your troops and how you're upgrading them and where you're moving. So, they got their hooks in me on this one. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and the developers are the guys did Battle Brothers, so it's they come from a very good experience of making
already
great games.
A brutal game.
Yeah, on its own. Yeah,
I think it's going to appeal to people that like to be challenged. If you want to be challenged, Menace is going to do that.
Yeah, and if you want to die over again and then try over again, that's the game for you.
Agreed.
What's next?
Well, I'm gonna save the best for last. I did Mechanicum 2. I am a diehard Warhammer 40K fan. I played this one, the entire demo that they put out. As a lifelong 40K fan, this always scratches that itch because you never get to really play as the Mechanicum, which is like the really weird people who love robots and stuff like that. And then they're fighting the Necrons, which are like space Egyptian Terminators. As a strategy game, you are instantly like, again, XCOM, because that's the easiest one to remind people what it plays like. Moving your troops, hiding behind terrain, utilizing your resources, and this game is also difficult because you have to delve into a Necron tomb, and the resources that you got, that's the resources that you got. If you waste your troops, the next round you're screwed. You know, like you could play this for hours and eventually lead yourself to your own defeat because you didn't save Bob, who was vital to a mission later on down the road that you would need, you know. And plus, you can also play as the Necrons as well. So that just adds to the entire flavor of the game, especially scratching that 40K itch.
Do you? I mean, I guess you like these things. What do you think about these games that are kind of unforgiving, right? Because they come from on the back of the roguelike type. You know, if you're dead, you start again and whatever. But it's from a strategy perspective. You know, I grew up with games that were very unforgiving, and then they became like increasingly easier, right? Or forgiving, like you can save at any time, you can do the thing and whatever, and you could go back and check. Now it's becoming back this thing where, you know, things are harder, things are more challenging.
I am a big fan of like Iron Man mode, scum saving. If it dies, you're out, you know. And the reason why I like that, because I like to do these events, one life events, you know, where it's like we play like a game, get the community in there, but if they die, they're done. There's no respawning. There's no coming back. And what you notice when you do stuff like that is the players value their character lives more. They don't want to be the first ones out. They want to see how far they can go. I like that in games like strategy games because you value that decision. It puts more pressure on you as a player to be like, should I move there? I don't know. I really don't want to lose my sniper that I put so much time and effort into, and one bad shot and he's dead. And it's like, the game is ruined. Or can I come back? Because there's nothing better than having that kind of feeling of losing something that you feel that you're on the cusp of defeat, and then to come back from that and win. That makes you feel real.
That's the real armchair general feel, you know. You said you were saving the best for last, so what's last?
Yes. This is the one I really wanted to talk to you about. This is Knights of the Crusades. I really love history. I love watching videos of history and going back and seeing how all this stuff played out. This is one of those games get to live the first aid. So you just a lord. You're a roaming band at the beginning. So if you start in England, you have to sack a town in England and make it your base, and you build it up. Or your ultimate goal, the expedition to Jerusalem. Of course, back in those times, just fly there in 2 hours or so. You had to trek from England across Europe, across, through the Byzantine Empire, and then down into the Middle East to go to Jerusalem as your ultimate goal. And going through all of that, you need food, you need provisions, you need mercenaries, you have to find friendly ports that are friendly towns that will support you. And it's just chaos. Sometimes you can just be like, you know what? They're not being friendly, so we're just going to have to sack this town. And then that makes the king of that country mad, and then they chase you down, and you have to move your mobile army. It's really in depth. I was really blown away with how much there was in a game that I didn't really see coming for a history perspective.
It's interesting because we mentioned earlier on that not many developers are considering developing games based on actual history. These days, from a perspective of, we receive a lot of pitches from, developers, just can you fund this, and so on. Very, very few of them are based on history. And history is a lot of interesting things that are really cool for games.
There's tons of stuff. I mean, the general idea of like having to manage a Crusader army from A to B has a lot of gameplay mechanics to it. I mean, it's almost like a Frostpunk. Like you have to manage their survival across hostile territory, especially when you start getting to the Byzantine Empire, and you're moving into Anatolia and all that stuff, and getting down into the raging attack hordes that are coming at you with horsemen everywhere, sneak and attack from all kinds of places. Then you have to capture a town and establish it as a base of operations. Then you have to deal with the politics of the other crusading armies that are doing their own thing, because they don't necessarily align with your interest. It's a great idea for a video game, and they executed it really well. Is
your audience excited about this game as well? Do they follow you in the Crusades?
This was like one of the first games I actually did when I was doing the subathon, and we played it multiple nights, and chat was like, I just got off of like watching like the first Crusade video. It was like 8 hours long.
Wow.
From Kings and Generals is his YouTube channel, and he did such a great job of like breaking it down on how everything went. And so I came in and I saw this game came out of nowhere, and I was like, I can relive this. I could play a game where it's like you're trying to do that first Crusade. And it goes beyond that too. Like you can establish the Crusader states and stuff like that. And the chat was really into it. And I wish we got more stuff like this, because history is there's so much there for you to learn, and games are a great way to also teach people, hey, that this happened, and this is what it was. This, even though it's gamified, this is something people went through.
That's great. Burke, how's your backlog? How many games do you have in the backlog?
Way too many. I know November is going to be. I want to. Every time I say this, it's never true, but it seems like November is supposed to be a more calm.
Should be, yeah.
Month, but then when I say that, then all of a sudden the indie scene is like, now's my moment, and they start mass releasing all this interesting, cool. Right now, I've said this on stream multiple times, but the gaming industry is being carried on the backs of indie right now.
It is.
There are so many new ideas, so many new cool game style designs, and people are just coming out with cool stuff constantly that I would have never even thought of, and combining different genres together. Indie just is stealing the show right now.
Absolutely, and you're doing a great job at supporting the indie scene as well, to showcase their games and so on. So thank you for that, and congratulations on everything you're doing for that. Well, I guess we'll see you soon, Burke, and thank you very, very much for your time.
My pleasure.
It was a pleasure.
Take care.
Thank you, Burke. We are going to have just a few notes about what happened in the Slitherine world over the last few weeks as well. Why not? We are, after all, a Slitherine show, so why not just mention our games too from time to time. The big events we had over the last few weeks were, of course, the release of the Starship Troopers Territory mode. So Terran Command got a new game mode, which is you can't call it roguelite, you can't call it skirmish. It's a game mode that allows you to play the game again and again. It's very well crafted. Lucas has done an incredible job at designing a game mode that's using the existing units but reinvents the game. And we've often referred to this new mode as the 2.0 version of Starship Troopers. We've seen it from the curve of players, went from, just doubled and more over the last few days. Thanks to the release of this game mode. We have been very we've been anticipating this moment for Starship Troopers, because it's always been a game that's a single campaign, and then very hard to sort of create more content for. Now that we have the territory mode for Terran Command, we'll see a lot more content coming. We'll see a lot more happening with the community making their own stuff. And it's going to be sort of a new life for Starship Troopers. So very happy about that. We've also had a very busy Warhammer Day last week. We released a new patch for Battle Sector with a lot more content. We have a new orc unit being released as well. We've had updates on Crusade mode, a new mode called Domination, if I remember correctly, and a lot of new fixes for Battle Sector. Battle Sector, of course, is a game that we developed internally, so there's a lot more stuff. Every week there's somebody saying, oh, we could do this, we could do this, we could do this. And, David has a hard job at managing all these requests from not only the players but internal ideas and so on. But the team is very excited about what's coming next. Of course, we have the release of Black Legion in December 9th. That's something we'll see coming this year. So if you're looking for more factions, that's your time. Field of Glory Kingdoms, we've announced the new DLC coming in Q1 next year. So in the first 3 months of next year, we'll have the Burghers and Bombards DLC, second DLC for Kingdoms. This time we're extending the time frame for the game. First one we've extended the map and added a lot more factions and features, and this time we're extending the timeline with a lot more features coming from, of course, the later medieval technologies. We've also announced a new DLC for Panzer Corps 2 called First Guards. It's part of the Elite series. Panzer Corps 2 Elite is a series done by Kerensky. It's very focused on a very specific set of units going through more different moments of the war. And this time it's about the Soviet First Guard. So this is coming very, very soon, before the end of the year. We've also had a Terminator Darkfire Defiance update, which includes a new 25 hours eternal gameplay, call it what you want. This is of course for the 25th anniversary of Slitherine, and we're rolling out a number of updates that celebrate Slytherine's history. And this was for Terminator. We just released that, and we have more content, more announcements for Terminators in the future. We have a lot more happening towards the end of the year. We'll have more reveals about Broken Arrow, more information about upcoming games like Battle Plan and Stormbinders. We have in the next episode, we have two great guests, Sophie Christina James and Imre Bartha are joining us for the last episode of 2025. But the show is doing well. We're very happy, so we thank you for all the support, and we've got big surprises for next year as well. Before next episode, check out on our calendar on Twitch on all the events we've got for you, and we'll be seeing you in the last Wednesday of November with the next episode of The Hot Seat. Goodbye.